Okay, hi Gigi. This is Monday the 10th, April 10th, 2023. This will be the class for Windows 11. I've got Gigi with me here, so we're going to start this class. Okay, okay, good. So, just a refresher course, so I have an idea what's going on here. How do you call this main display that you hear? What's the function and what's the name of this display in the front that you see? The desktop. Good enough. What is this bottom line on the where? Yeah, taskbar. I probably told you the name of this, but I'll give you a name of this. This is called the system tray. Okay. Okay, system tray. This is the time, obviously. You right click, that's where you change your notifications, and this is where you adjust the time. Okay, as far as that goes. So, what are these? What are these called? All these you see here.
The browsers.
Well, no. This is the browser, but in general, what do you call every single one, or altogether in general?
Icons.
Yes, icons. Yes. This is called the control panel, which it controls all the peripherals connected to this computer. And this is the network, which we didn't touch about this because this is not for you in this case, because you're never going to set up a network or anything, so it does not apply. This PC is where it tells you everything about your computer, and it gives you what kind of hard drive you have. You have an SSD, and the way you could check to verify what kind of hard drive you have is you right click on this PC, you go to properties, and this tells you everything about the computer itself, and it gives you a Windows specification, what kind of Windows operating system you have. Okay, and the other way of knowing what kind of hard drive you have is you left click on this PC, and this is the hard drive. You could check it by right clicking and going to properties, or show more properties in this case here, and you go to properties again, and then once you do that, you go into general, and this will give you an idea what kind of hard drive you have. NVMe hard drive. NVMe hard drives are the faster hard drives. There's a few types of hard drives. Type of hard drives. This will give us an idea of what kind of hard drives are out there. Okay. So this is a traditional 3.5-inch hard drive. It's called 3.5-inch SATA hard drive. See that 3.5-inch SATA?
Yeah.
Okay. This is called the M.2 hard drive. Oh, in this case, sorry, I apologize. It's called the mSATA hard drive. mSATA. They don't make, some manufacturers still make this hard drive, but the most popular hard drives right now in the market are these. They're called the M.2 hard drive, M.2 solid states. That's the kind of hard drive you have on that computer. But the best M.2s are the M.2 NVMe. That's the fastest hard drive in the market. Okay? These are it. So, okay. The other hard drive. So what?
Are hard drives interchangeable?
You could replace a hard drive that you have in there and put a 2 terabyte one, because you already have a terabyte like this one.
Yeah.
See? you, you got next to the highest, but you would never fill out the hard drive because you don't use it. You're not a power user. Okay, so look at the storage. You got over 90% of storage still.
Yeah.
Check it out. See this? You're only using 53 hard drives out of 900 hard drive, or 900 gigabytes. And the reason why you're using 53 because that's the operating system like this, and this is the operating system, and you have a user account that has your personal stuff, which is all of this. If I highlight each one of them like that, you hold the left click, and then you right click in the center somewhere, you could see how much space you're using right now. So you have 2.88, and that's just in personal stuff. That's not including the operating system. The operating system takes about over 40 gigs, give or take, or up to 40 to. Actually, I think the professional takes more storage. It takes about 50 gigs of space. And then you have 2 gigs of personal space, or 3 gigs of personal space, 2.8, it's almost 3 gigs. So 2.8, it is actually 3 gigs if you see the 3 right there. So, yeah. So, like I said, there's different types of hard drives. So, type of storage device. Storage devices. There's different type of storage devices. There's a bunch of them out there in the market. There's 13 types of storage devices. Yes.
But I don't have a CD player and mine.
No, it's not a CD. It's the actual DVD that you see there. It's still a storage device
Yeah.
because you're storing information onto it. This Express Care module, it's obsolete now. Okay, they don't have this that much. CD and DVD right now, it's becoming obsolete. Okay, most of the computers nowadays do not have a CD or a DVD player. This is internal hard disk. This is a regular hard drive on a regular computer, which it's becoming obsolete too. It's only being used for storage on larger scale storage, like databases and stuff like that for movies and music and so on and so on. So microfilm, that's another magnetic storage. Microfilm is usually it's used by cameras and used by DVDRs for surveillance systems, for camera surveillance systems. Microfilm storage. The next one is a USB flash drive next to it below. That's a common one right now. That's very popular. There's different types. There's different types of USB flash drives. There's a USB flash drive 2.0 version, 2.1 and 3.0 right now, and 3.1. Okay. This is the external hard disk. This is a 2.5-inch external hard drive. Unlike the internal, is 3.5-inch, and the external, this is like more like a laptop size. Okay, let me go on the page. Okay.
Why would you use that as opposed to like a USB flash drive? Is it just more capacity?
More capacity and faster storage. Like the external hard disk, like because the USB types. There's different types of USBs, obviously. The USB thumb drives, actually USB storage, mass storage. Yeah, I should have put that there. Okay, like these, they're called thumb drives. These are they usually have a lifespan of reads and writes, not as many as these. See this one right here? That's a terabyte. That's a solid state drive. This has up to 1 million rewrites, and these thumb drives here, they're usually, I don't know, limited to the writes and rewrites. So the best storage,
What do you mean writes and rewrites?
delete and add and delete, like adding the files to the drive and deleting the files from the drive. That's what it's called, read and rewrites. Uh, Let me give you external USB hard drives. There's different types. They're external.
And are these better than USB? Do they have just more capacity?
They have more capacity and they're faster. The ones I recommend the most are not the regular traditional ones like these, the ones you see here, the Seagates and the WD. These are slow. It has a lot of storage capacity, but it's limited to the speed and the life of the device. Uh,
What do we find life? I mean, do they just die all of a sudden, or what?
they have mechanical parts, okay? So they have a mechanical part. It's called a disc, okay? They look like this. Let me see if I could show you one.
Okay, is it kind of like gunning up of the printer? Is that what happens,
No,
or like a planet?
this is different. This is different. What happens with these hard drives? See the disc right here? That's called the magnetic plate. It's a plate. It's an aluminum magnetic plate. This is the pin. This spins when you turn on the computer. It spins like 7,200 RPMs. Some of them are lower, up to 5,400 RPMs, and some expensive ones are up to 10,000 RPMs. It's a moving part hard drive, and it's very, very, very slow, considering technology nowadays. This is the pin. See that little pin that's touching the surface on the plate, the circular plate? That pin over time scratches the surface on that device and makes your computer, your hard drive useless because over time, the wear and tear of spinning and that pin touching the surface on the plate scratches the surface over time and it makes it not working. Stops it from working. Kind of like a CD, where you put a CD inside a device, you play the music many, many times until the point where you cannot listen to that song you play a lot on that CD player because it has a lens and the lens touches the surface to some extent, or the DVD or CD player, it's spinning and spinning and spinning so many that the plate could touch the surface on the disc and it just the disc ceases to work.
So the little arm isn't replaceable, and the disc isn't replaceable.
No, because they could be replaceable, but it costs thousands and thousands of dollars to replace.
Oh,
It's not cost effective. Okay,
yeah.
if you're an attorney or a governmental agent and you want to get some files from an old computer and the computer's dead, then you could retrieve the files, but you got to hire somebody professionally to do this kind of work, to replace the pin that you see in the front, to replace the plate, see all those screws, and it has to be the correct one and the accurate one for that particular model. Every hard drive has a model and a serial number and a capacity. Hard drive.
Planned obsolescence.
That is correct. That's how the hard drives look. clunky. This one right here is the same hard drive as the big one, as this $149 one. That's a 3.5 inch one, and the first one over here, the Enterprise HP, it's for a laptop. So the difference between the two is the storage, the size. You could still get a 300 gig 3.5 inch, and you could still get a 320 gig 2.5 inch. Okay? The capacity and the speed on each, usually this one is 7,200 RPMs, and the spinning cycle is 7,200 RPMs. Okay? And this one is 5,400 RPMs, slightly slower. Okay. This hard drive right here, this is wrong, this is wrong, but this hard drive right here, that's a solid state drive. See that SSD, Intel SSD drive. This has no moving parts. So inside a SSD drive. That's how it looks. See that?
So it outlasts the others?
Of course. See the difference between these two right here? The difference between the old traditional hard drive. Where's the picture? It just doesn't show it. Okay. The old hard drive, you can see this picture right here. Oh, come on, go back.
So you can just replace those little tiles.
Yeah. But these usually last a long time. So, see this one right here?
Yeah.
This is the plate
Yeah.
that spins with the pin, and this is the SSD drive that hardly damages. The only thing that could kill that would be water and electrical surge on the one on the right. On the one on the left, countless things could make it not work. Water, go ahead. Sometimes there's surges, electrical surges in your outlets.
How common is it?
Very common, every day, every minute of the day. That's why you need to connect your devices into a surge protector. Every device that you have that's very delicate and requires a surge protector. But we'll go on that right now. So the spinning, like I said, there's 3 or 4 things that could damage the one on the right, and there's 1,000 things that could damage the one on the left.
Forget it. If I get a hard drive external,
Make sure it's an SSD drive. And the speed is 20 times faster.
yeah. The need for speed.
Yeah, like these, the Evo, that's a terabyte, 137. And this is the other hard drive. This is the Evo, the one you see there, the Samsung SSD Evo 860 137. That's a 2.5-inch hard drive. The new hard drives on the laptops are these Samsung 970 Evo Plus. See that? It's just a stick. It looks like a chewing gum stick. Small. And you could have the same storage of the Samsung on the side, on the right side, and this other one is the same thing. It's just one is bigger, one is smaller.
It doesn't. Looks like it would break faster.
Yeah, but you're never going to handle that. You're going to put it inside the computer and never touch it.
Oh, it goes inside the computer?
Yeah, it goes inside. It's not external. I'm going to put an external SSD drive. External SSD drive. They usually come with a plastic enclosure or a metal enclosure, like this one. See that? The portable, Samsung portable, different colors, red. And these are the ones I buy a lot. These plastic ones here on Amazon.
Why do you buy them?
Because I back up files for when I fix a computer, a customer's computer, and I need to back up the files, and I need an SSD to transfer the files from one place to another. And when I do that, it's faster than doing a traditional hard drive where it has moving parts. If it has moving parts, let's say you have 100 gigabytes of storage and you want to transfer that to an external, regular, traditional moving part hard drive, It might take about 2 to 3 hours to transfer. But if you use it, go ahead.
When I went to Verizon and get a new phone, it would take like 3 or 4 hours to
Yeah,
transfer the.
yeah.
Yeah.
But on an SSD drive like this one you see here, which is waterproof and everything, to transfer the 100 gigabytes into from the computer to this device takes about 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay, but once you use it for that person's computer, is it good for another computer or is it a one-time use?
It's good for numerous computers, for any computer you want to use.
That's cool.
It's a personal. Let me see. My wife, Mark. Okay, here. A fan of my wife. Laptop is here. Okay, let me see. Okay, so if you're gonna buy a hard drive, make sure it's an external SSD, solid solid state hard drive, like this.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Speeds
That
of
should
two.
make it more.
Yeah, I mean, yes. If you wanna, you always need a backup hard drive anyway to back up your personal stuff, because computers are flawed and they could fail anytime. It's a common problem with the computers, and it's good to back up your stuff from time to time.
So, so usually with an external hard drive.
Yes.
Okay. And the one you showed me, would that be enough to back up what I have on the computer now or whatever? I mean, it, its capacity is pretty big, right?
Yeah. So these are examples of different solid state drives that you could connect. There's some heavy duty ones, like this one right here with the SP Armor,
Yeah.
and there's other ones like the SanDisk one here, and there's the Samsung ones. There's so many of them. The sky's the limit out there. Um,
And they come with the cord.
yeah, they come with the cord and the cable and everything. The way you see it. And look at this small one. Don't get it too small because you might lose it. It's better to get it a little bit bigger size. You know?
And preferably red.
Whatever color you prefer. There's one in red in Samsung. Samsung makes a red one like that one. Right now they have the T7, which those I got two of those. Samsung T7. So let's go Amazon. Samsung T7. And they have the portable red one. That's $59 right there. See that?
That's good.
They're pretty cheap and they're pretty good. The number one SSD, the best SSD makers in the market, the best ones are Samsung.
That's nice.
Samsung is the number one trusted brand for SSD drives. There's a lot of drives out there, different brands, but the best one I recommend, the best rated one I recommend is the Samsung. Okay? There's some cheap ones and there's some good quality ones. And there's some expensive ones too. But in your case, you don't need to spend too much money on an SSD. And you could get a terabyte or 2 terabytes. That's a lot of storage space capacity, which of course you're never going to fill out. So these are the brands they have. That's the NVMe one. See that? This is for internally. That's the 2 terabyte one for $139. This is the 2 terabyte for the Samsung, slightly bigger. It's $119. You could get a 2 terabyte or you could get a terabyte. These are the types of hard drives they sell. Like this one's $48, $25. But that's an internal hard drive.
Yeah, I would just use the Samsung.
Yeah, Samsung's the way to go. Okay, Samsung is the way to go. As far as removable, it's called removable storage. Removable storage. Because it gets removed from your computer back and forth. Okay? Uh, but you always need a SSD drive. Always need an SSD drive to back up your files.
Yes, I knew a lady who had her master's thesis.
Uh
She
huh.
didn't back it up, and it crashed.
Yeah, because it was probably a regular traditional hard drive.
Yeah, she lost everything. Yes.
Yeah, it's not an SSD. If it was an SSD, she wouldn't have any problems. But people like to be cheap and buy the cheapest crap, and that's the consequences for buying cheap stuff. You know?
Yep.
Especially if you have important stuff that you want to keep up and you want to save. And if you're giving a class, obviously I'll put the best hard drives in there for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if your computer doesn't have an a disk drive to play your music or play your CDs and such, you could get an external DVD drive. They sell those. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Oh,
These hard drives you see here, they're 2.5 inch regular hard drive enclosures. This is the Western Digital Elements. This is like an SSD, but it's not an SSD. This is a regular hard drive. It's slightly bigger. It's a moving part hard drive like this. See the plate and the motor? I do not recommend to buy these. This is probably the hard drive the lady had, a cheap hard drive, not the SSD
yeah.
one.
Completely lost it.
Yeah, like I said, portable media, storage media, it's important, especially in today's times.
Yeah, because what if things crash? You have to have,
Right?
you have to have.
You got to back up your stuff at least once a week,
Yep.
or have
Yeah.
everything stored on the cloud. You know, have everything stored on the cloud. Uh, but yeah, yeah. So there's different type of devices.
Because I bought extra storage on the cloud, and it said that I was going to run out of storage.
Uh huh.
And I don't know if it was a scam or not, but it's like, how could I possibly be running out of storage? Because I know I bought like huge amounts of storage.
Well, you were probably paying $10 or something, or $2 or $4. Um,
Yeah.
Usually the first tier is 200 gigabytes, and then you start filling out, or probably 12 gigabytes, like Google Drive. Let me see how much storage Google Drive gives you. Gives you like
And
50.
the thing today is that if in 5 days, it was going to be wiped out unless I, upgraded.
Yeah.
Which
Google.
is why I don't like the cloud because, if something happens to that, then you have nothing.
That's correct. That's why it's better to buy an external hard drive.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why today I thought that. I thought, oh, heck no.
Yeah. Right. So, like I said, there's different thumb drives don't work that good. They're pretty slow and they're very delicate. Okay?
Yeah, I'm going to just put a Samsung one then.
Yeah, Samsung T7. That's the name. That's we could go in here. I think they have them on Staples too.
Oh, that's good.
So we could go, it's called Samsung
So
T7 Red.
when I go shopping, I can get everything at Staples.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
let me see.
Doesn't matter if it's red.
Well, they're T7s right there. See that? They got blue, they got white, they got
That's
different
good.
different ones. Yeah, that's that. See, they got gray. Yeah, those are good. Those are good. So Samsung's the way to go.
Yeah, can you save that for me?
Yes.
Save.
It's right here.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's talk about the browsers now. Specifically, Chrome. Okay. You could Google Chrome. You could go in the Chrome. This is called the browser. Okay. This is called. This is where you type in the domain. This is your URL right here. URL. Okay. This is the body of the Gmail or body of the browser where you type in the search engine. This is considered a search engine. Even this one, which is Edge, it's also a search engine. The search engine that goes from Edge goes to Bing. Bing would be the search engine for Edge. Bing, B-I-N-G. Search engine.
Bing safer than Google?
No, Google's better.
Okay.
Search engine for Google is Google, of course. So this is the URL. This is the body where you search. These right here are called bookmarks. Okay?
They're called what?
Bookmarks.
Bookmarks. Okay.
Yeah. Bookmark. See that? Bookmark. That's how you click. Bookmark this tab. Like if I click right here, it's gonna be bookmarking. It's called the bookmark bar. This one.
Okay.
Okay. There are other bookmarks. There are mobile bookmarks, or you could choose a folder and you could put the files into a folder. If you want to create a folder, you could call the folder whatever Google Bookmarks. Okay, I just made a folder. And the way you find that is you click on the arrows here.
Yeah?
Let me see, hold on a second. When you want to save something, edit bookmarks. This is where you save it. To the Google bookmarks, other bookmarks. Okay, more, if you want more. See? Google Book.
We found the other day that I wanted to buy at Staples.
Yeah,
Where did you say food?
it's right here on the bookmarks. Right here. The heart, this one, and then click on the arrow for the bookmark. SanDisk, right there.
Good.
Okay? Bookmarks. Yeah?
Sir, I wanted to tell you something. Your brain is very logical.
Okay.
I once had a test that they gave me, and the doctor came out and he said, "You're 1 out of 5 million people who are absolutely right-brained."
Yeah.
Like you're zero left-brained, which most people who are logical are left-brained.
Yes.
You know, so I'm like 1 in 5 million who are right-brained. So I tend to be just visual, and so in learning this, I have to use part of my brain that I don't usually use.
Yeah.
So that's why I seem like I have to have it repeated over and over the material.
I don't have a problem with repeating whatever I need to repeat. It's no problem. That's my job. Okay? And you're a right brain, well, not a right brain. Right brain user is more for artistic
Right.
and visual, artistic, and creative. Yeah.
100%.
Creative, artistic, and the left lane are intellectuals, like common sense, logical, like Data from Star Trek, like Spock.
Like people who are good with computers.
Yeah, like I'm very logical, yes, and I retain stuff easily. I'm not that very visual. You could tell me something and I can retain it right away. I like,
And I have to practice, do it over and over and over and over again.
yeah, because I retain the majority of the stuff I learn, either by speaking or visually, or because I got photogenic memory.
That's
Okay.
great.
Yes. Okay. So this is the tab, right? This is if you want to create a new tab, a new window, you click on the very top and you create a new window, right? If you want to go back to the old window, you go back and you go back to the old window. You can have multiple windows open, okay?
Yeah.
Like here, there's 4 windows open at the same time. Okay, you could click here, whatever, Amazon. You could be in Amazon in one window tab. Let me see, hold on a second. Okay, you go to Amazon here. Why is it slow? I don't understand. Okay, the next tab would be the secondary tab. Could be something else and something else and so on and so forth. You understand?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have multiple pages open at the same time. Okay.
Yeah.
Depending on the storage that you have, the memory. If you have enough memory, you could have multiple pages open because you have enough memory for that. Your computer withstands that data because it has a lot of memory. It's called RAM memory, random access memory. You have 16 gigs of random access memory. Okay, so that the the purpose of that exceeded memory is to open multiple tabs and do multiple tasks at the same time. And
Yeah.
your
Which
computer,
would you? Sure.
your computer would never have a problem. So these are tabs or windows. Okay, this is the minimize button. You can minimize this. Actually, no, this is new. This is new. This just came out. Actually, I never seen this before. Okay, so now they have the history. Now they put it in there. That's the history of the pages you visited, right? So they put it there now because if you go to Chrome, it doesn't have it. See?
Ah.
See? That's new.
Yeah.
That's just happened. So you only get 3 buttons here, 3 tabs. So let me minimize this, and this is a history now. Okay? So the next
Okay.
one is called the minimize button. See that? Minimize?
Yeah.
Search bar, history search bar, or history search tab. The next one is to minimize the page like that.
Yeah.
And this is to maximize the page, right?
Yes.
And this is to close the page. Okay?
Yeah.
To close the page. This one's the side panel. Let me click on the side panel. See that? You could read
Yes.
your history or reading list, and you could bookmark. You could look at your bookmarks. See? This
Ah, yes.
this is the bookmark. This is the bookmark. Also, bookmark tabs, and this is the actual history bookmarks. All your
Ah.
bookmarks. You could have them in there. You could close them by hide the side panel. See that?
Yeah.
You could go to the side panel and it shows your bookmarks. This is your name, which is your account. You're logged into your Gmail account, which is the Gigi44, whatever it is. And
Yeah.
these 3 buttons here, it's the settings tab. And you could click on that. Gives you a new tab, like opening a new window. Look at that. See that? New window.
Yeah.
The next one is again new window. See that? Complete new
Yeah.
window instead of a new tab. Okay, like you want to open a new instance of Chrome, you click on new window. Or if you want to do incognito, the
What is?
incognito, okay, it's
What?
you hide your searching from people. There's two way
Oh.
Yeah, there's 2 ways of going in incognito mode. You click on the 3 bars, you go here, new incognito, or type in Control Shift N, Control Shift and N, but you have to do it yourself at your end. And then
Yeah.
the other incognito way of going in there is you right click on the Internet Explorer, right click, sorry, the Chrome, and you go in here and go new incognito window. See that?
Yeah. Why? Why would you need an incognito
Because let's read it. Now you can browse privately, and other people who use this device will not see your activity. However, downloads, bookmarks, and reading items will be saved. Chrome won't save the following information: browser history, cookies, information entered, website visits, employer or school, internet service provider. So if you're hiding, if you're using somebody else's computer, it doesn't belong to you, you could browse as incognito mode. Incognito mode makes it black. See the way it looks black?
Yeah.
This is the regular tab, white.
Yeah.
But if you go to incognito, it's black. Stealth. Okay? And you could search here too. Mobile, let's say mobile, laptop, repair. Incognito. It doesn't give you the right information because it's hiding your location. So it doesn't give you the correct information to search. Okay? But if I go out of this one and I type in the same mobile on a regular laptop repair, Chula Vista, on a regular page instead of an incognito page, it'll give you the correct information. Yeah, based on the location. Probably because you're way over there. Because if I use, let me see, let me go here. It's okay. See, that's the correct one now. See that?
Yeah.
That's me. Because it finds you based on the history. This is me again. And, and this is me again.
Oh, I thought you lived in Mexico.
No, I live in Chula Vista. But I've got properties in Mexico. Okay, so that's that as far as that goes. So, incognito mode, if you want to hide your browsing history or hide from people. Okay? So okay, 3 tabs again. So, history, obviously, you know what that is. Same as the one over here. Same as the one right here. See this? You click on the tab there, the shortcut, and you click on this tab over here, and it gives you the same history. Okay? The next one is downloads. Downloads is when you're downloading software or programs. This is the history of downloads. Cherry, Bird, Zip, Zoom, Apex, That's where you go and check history of downloads. Bookmarks, you know what that is, right? You could bookmark the tab, or you could click on the star. You could bookmark manager. You could import bookmarks if you want to import bookmarks from a different browser, like Edge or Mozilla Firefox or whatever. These are the settings for the bookmarks. You never want to go there because it's not important. You don't want to go. It's good to know what it is, but it's not good to play with it, because if not, you're going to mess up the settings on the computer. or on the browser itself. Zoom, it zooms the page to, let's go on one. Let's go on this one. Click on the three dots, zoom. You can make this page bigger. See that? 175%. You could do it as much as possible, as much as you want. You can even make it smaller. Print, obviously, if you want to print it, Control P. Cast, if you want to cast it to a TV or something. If you have like a Chromecast device, you could cast this into a TV. You could, yeah, but you have to buy a Chromecast. Chromecast. Oh. It's a little $39 device.
Really?
Yeah.
And how does it work?
$39. Oh, it's $55 now. But you could cast anything. You could cast YouTube, Netflix, Hulu. If you don't have a smart TV, this will make your TV smart.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
And
really
you could also cast your computer to the TV. Like if you're sitting down on your TV and you have your laptop with you, you could cast this device to the TV and you could look at it at life size on the 56-inch TV or whatever size TV you have.
wow.
Yes. So you click on the three dots and you cast. In this case, if I try to cast, you could cast it to no, you can't cast it to the Fire Stick. But this will tell you if you have a Chromecast device. All you gotta do, there's no,
You get Chromecast stuff.
yeah. And you could connect the Chromecast to the TV and you could watch YouTube videos and movies from everything, from Netflix, all this stuff you see here, Spotify, all this stuff. Yeah. It's a little small dongle device like that, the little square little gray thing. Oh, and the other way of casting is obviously if you go here, cast. And this is the cast. See this thing right here, this TV with the wireless adapter? Display it on another screen. You could even have another monitor, a computer monitor. If you have a Chromecast attached to it via HDMI, you could cast the video wirelessly to the external monitor. Or you could use your TV as an external monitor. Okay? So that's casting. It's called casting. Find, that's if you want to find a bookmark or find something. More tools. Let's go to more tools to save a page if you want to save this page. If you want to create a shortcut based on this page, you could create a shortcut and put it on the desktop. You could rename this. You could clear the history. Clear the extensions. Extensions is your plugins, devices you plug into the computer on the browser, and it's an extension of something. Performance is new. Task Manager, I don't want you to go to Task Manager or developer options. You don't want to go there. Edit, cut and paste and copy. Same thing. You can copy and paste. Help, if you want to look for help, type it in, report an issue. You're never going to do that. And exit is exit. But in this case, settings. We're going to go to settings. You log in and your sync right now is logged into your computer, is logged into your Chromecast, is synced. It's syncing, your computer's syncing right here, see? So this will be you and Google, right? Syncing is on, syncing to Google services or phones or whatever. Manage your Google account. Customize your profile. You could customize the picture. Instead of a G, you could put a picture. Import bookmarks and settings. I already talked about the bookmarks from different browsers, such as Amazon, not Amazon, Mozilla Firefox and Edge and all these other ones. On the left side, autofill. This is the history. This is all your passwords. If you forget a password on a device and you don't have it written down somewhere, this is where you go when you click here. And here are all your saved passwords for all the locations and all the places. And how you could know, I want to know, let's say, oh, I forgot my password on Amazon. Okay, I'm going to highlight Amazon right here. And you click on the I, and you can show the password. See that?
That's cool.
So if you forget a password, this is the way you find your password. AMC Theater, yeah, AMC Theaters, Backpage, back in the day. I don't think Backpage still good. Army Dude, yeah. Portal for educational purposes. Care.com, Career Builder, Cisco. This is all the Craigslist. You click on here. There's a password for Craigslist. Everything is there. It keeps a history, and the way you find that is you click on the three dots on the Chrome Chrome browser. You go on More Settings. For more settings, you go into Autofill, and you look at your passwords right here. The next one is method of payments. When you pay online, these are the credit cards you use to pay online. All these cards.
Yeah. I do. I have so many credit cards that are useless now.
Uh huh.
They were fraudulently used. You know, when I was robbed a few weeks ago. So how would I get rid of them, the ones that aren't good?
Which one's bad?
I don't know. I have to look in my new. I'd have to look at my wallet. But
Well, this one's expired. This Visa is expired. So you click on here and you remove it. See that? Remove, 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 and just keep the ones you want. Incomplete card information, remove. Expired, let's say expired card, remove. Incomplete card information, remove. Incomplete card information, remove, because it's missing some numbers.
yeah.
Remove.
Wow.
Remove again. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Okay, Verizon Wireless, you want to leave that there. This one, remove. And account closed, we'll remove it because you don't have that account anymore. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. But it's okay. Account closed, so you remove that. There's so many of them. But this is what you do. You just remove the stuff you don't need anymore. Subscription. This is your history of subscription. You have the Google One, 200 gigs. Remember storage.
Yeah.
So you could increment that and get more storage if you need more storage.
Wait, I don't understand. Did I?
Yeah, you paid. You paid in March. You paid $2.99 for that. You're paying $2.99 a month. And this is the history of your addresses. I think they're all good because they're the same ones.
Yeah.
And that's it for now. So let's go back to the three dots again. Settings. There's settings again. Autofill. This is the addresses and more. This is where you find and change things. Privacy and security. This is good. You're good as far as privacy goes. That's if you want to clear browsing data history. Privacy guide if you want to delete cookies. If this is stuff that you don't really need to mess with, you want to leave it as default. Performance. Memory saver, in this case, you have a good computer, you do not need to change this. This is only for older computers. If you want to save the memory and you save the internet and save this and save that, you don't need anything. You need everything that you have, and you have the capacity to use it as much as possible. So you don't want to change or edit anything. Power also, if your battery is dying, if you're somewhere in the desert and you need to conserve power, you just click on turn on. But it's already on, so you're in energy saver mode anyway. Appearance, this is where you change the colors. This is where you reset to regular. This is if you want to show those buttons on top. Look at the buttons. See those buttons? They're gone. On the left side, on top, see that little house? It's gone. If you want to take out the bookmark bar, check it out. See on top? It's gone. See that? When you show it, it's right there. You take it off, it's gone. You show it, yeah. That's if you want to show it to the left, to the right, the panel. Remember this panel right here?
Yeah.
By clicking here, it'll take it to the left, it'll take it to the right.
I like it on that way.
Yeah, and you do the hokey pokey and stuff. Yeah, it's funny. So next one is font size. If you want to make the font slightly bigger than what it is, right now it's recommended at medium size. You could do very large size. Look at that. You could do large and you could do medium size. Okay?
How about the next one bigger?
Large. There you are.
Well, there's still stuff, is everything still...
Yeah, everything's the same. It's just the fonts are larger. That's it. Customize your font. Go ahead.
I could, put it back to the other one. Yeah. Medium is fine.
Yeah. And this if you want to customize the font. If you like a particular font, this is where you change the font. The font size, tiny, huge. Right now it's in timed Romans. You could do Arial. You could do whatever fonts you like. I usually like Arial. That's more common.
Is Palatine on there?
Palatine, possibly.
Palatine.
P. No Palatine. Let me go above. Gregorian, OP. Nope, no Palatine. Oh, here, Palantino.
I don't know if it's the same.
It's possibly that's it. That's the one.
Okay.
Yeah, I usually do the standard, which is Arial. That's what I prefer.
Okay.
Easy in the eyes,
Yeah.
And if you want the kind of math you want, the Gregorian, the Cambrian, if you're like a mathematician or something.
Right.
Yeah. Search engines, the next one on the left. This is your main search engine is Google. You could change it to whatever search engine you want. The main one is Google.
Is DuckDuckGo safe?
I don't recommend it.
Oh, really? Why?
Because it doesn't have that much history. It's a brand new browsing search engine. It doesn't have much history. Number one search engine in the existence of man right now is Google.
Yeah.
So Google is the way to go. If you want to limit your browsing history or your browsing, go to DuckDuckGo or Yahoo or Bing. But I don't recommend you go to DuckDuckGo. Just go into Google.
Google, I'm used to it.
Yeah. This is the search engines you want to use. This is a new tab. This is a history of the search engine. Your default will be Google. You could also make this one default, Bing, but I like Google, so I click on Google. These are the shortcuts for Google, Yahoo. Okay.
Yeah.
Default browser. Chrome is the default browser. The main browser is Chrome. On startup. Oh, I lost you there. Let me log in again. Can you accept?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You know what I'm trying.
Thank you.
Sorry.
No problem. Okay. So this is you open to a specific page. It's going to open to google.com. Okay, that's on startup, meaning when you log into it for the first time, it takes you directly to Google. Or if you want to take it to a specific page like Facebook or something, Or or if you want to open two tabs at the same time, like right now it's Google, but you could add another one and you could call it facebook.com. So when you when you open this, let me close all of them at the same time. Let me see. Let me open it again. And it's going to open two tabs at the same time. The Google main one and the secondary Facebook. See that?
Oh, that's good. Yeah, keep that up. That's
Yeah.
good.
You could leave as many as you want in there. You could open several tabs. A friend of mine that has a car shop, he's got like 6 or 7 tabs. So when he goes into Chrome, he opens 6 or 7 tabs every time. Yeah. On startup, right? In this case, you got two to startup. You can have another one for checking your email and so on and so forth, right? Yeah. The next one is languages. Preferred language is English. Secondary is French. I think I removed this many times. I don't know why it keeps coming up. Sick of it. But
My phone is still going into French and Chinese.
okay. Well, I took it off and it's only English right here, and Google Translate into English. And those would be languages, right? Okay, there's more here. Download folder. This is where all your files getting downloaded to. Usually default goes to that, to the download folder. You could change it to a different location. Okay? Accessibility is the same as Windows. This is live caption. Automatically creates captions in English, audio, video. Never leave your device. It's captions if you want captions. Focused object. Now, this is more for like accessibility, features, or disability features, more like that. Next one is systems. Continue running background apps when Chrome is closed. So the reason why this is on is because you want the updates, even though Chrome is closed. It helps you update your system. Okay. Use accelerated hardware acceleration when available, meaning it's good for graphics on your graphic card. That's the purpose of that. Reset settings. This is if you want to restore your settings to original default. I'm not going to do anything, and I'm not going to reset it, but if you want to reset this, you click on here. Okay? And the last but not least is called extensions. You get the only extension you have is the Google Docs offline. That's about it. You have no other extensions or plugins. Purpose of the extensions is usually the extension goes on the very top here. Look at that. This is its own Chrome extension, so it doesn't populate nowhere else. But if it was an additional extension here for something else, then you could add the extension and it'll show up right here where the G is, between the G and the panel for the extensions. Sometimes PDF, like files, folder, documents, PDF, Acrobat extension usually goes here. Zoom, you could have a Zoom extension up here for your zooming. There's different extensions. Google extensions. Google extension. Ad blocker extensions. There could be so many extensions out there. Okay, you could include whatever extension you want to add into the Chrome. There's so many of them right here. This is the Chrome. See, this is all the extensions you could include into the category. Let me see. Yeah, Evernote extension. I use Evernote for planning my day, whatever. Shortcut keys for Chrome, Translate extension. There's so many of them. Productivity, photos, search tools, whatever. There's all these extensions, and the way they work, these extensions, and you click on the extension, and then you add to Chrome. Okay? And this honey thing, automatic coupon and renewals or rewards, it'll show an extension right here on the side here. Yeah, you don't want to add extensions. It usually makes your browser slower. Unless you have an extension that you really, really, really want, then you could have the extension. There's so many extensions out there that you could include on the computer. But like I say, it's a question of preference. Okay? And this is pretty much it when it comes to the browser. It's pretty simple. So next class we'll go on the Edge, the Edge browser. The main one is the Chrome, which is pretty. It looks like it's overwhelming, but it's actually pretty easy. Like really easy. Yeah. Yeah, of course. If you look at the video, that's going to help you retain most of the stuff you learned. Okay. Okay, good. So for this point, this is it for the class. So you said Wednesday. You could call me. You could call me on Wednesday, and we could go from there. Oh, the battery's running low on the computer. So okay. So good. Enough time. So we'll talk on Wednesday. Text me or call me. Okay. Thank you. Bye. No problem. Bye bye.